Hey, 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 it's Krystal The Goddess, and I'm the creator and owner of the House of Divinity. And welcome to the House of Divinity Podcast, a place where we have divine discussions, all about raising your vibration, activating and aligning your chakras, and really just tapping in and being your most divine goddess self. Now, let's get to the episode. Hey, 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 I'm Krystal The Goddess, and welcome back to the House of Divinity Podcast. So excited to be here to share in another episode. I'm still, getting in my zhuzh, but I want to start off with some gratitude. And the gratitude I want to share, I want to express gratitude to a friend / sister / goddess that trusted me enough and seen me enough to allow me to host a goddess gathering for her birthday. So shout out to my goddess Alexis, love you boo. Had to start out with gratitude per usual. That's gonna be the flow. I'm out here in nature, just did a sound bath, but the birds are really gravitating towards me today. Like, they've never been so close as they have been today. So that's interesting. I'm going to have to look into that. All right. So anyways, I'm trying to keep my mic on check. But today I want to talk to y'all about showing up as your authentic self. Okay. Showing up as your authentic self, no matter what. Right. And this idea, let's give context, right? So this idea is stemming from, we are who we are, and we want to be her always, right? Like, if I'm a giver, I always want to give, right? If my love language is gifts, and you want to give gifts, like that's how you show your love, like that's what you want to do, right? If your love language is affirmations, you want to affirm people all the time. Now, the reason I say being your authentic self no matter what is because sometimes we allow other people's authentic self to affect how we show up as ourselves. What are you talking about, Krystal? Let me explain, let me elaborate. So think of this example of I like to give, right? But then if you're giving and then you find that person A is not reciprocating, person B is not reciprocating, person C is not reciprocating, F it, I'm not going to be a giver anymore. That's an example of you not being your authentic self, right? And so I wanted to come here today to remind us that it's okay to be your authentic self and don't allow anyone else to hinder that, right? Because we need to, or what I want to do is shed light on alternate perspectives. We often find ourselves where we're first of all, we're expecting us from other people, and that's mistake number one. One thing about Krystal the Goddess, we're going to have some honest and transparent conversations. I'm here as your goddesshood guide, right? Guiding you and assisting you through goddesshood to be your most divine version of yourselves. And if we can't hold the mirror up, then what are we really doing? We can't be our authentic selves. We can't be our highest vibrational self, our most divine goddess self, if we're not being honest with ourselves, right? And maybe we don't do this all the time, but maybe we do it sometimes, right? And Spirit put it on my heart to share this with all of us today. And sometimes I need this reminder as well, because I find myself feeling let's just say the effort energy be real, all right? That effort energy gets real sometimes. And it can be a challenge. It can be a challenge when you're constantly showing up as yourself and that energy is not reciprocated. I understand that completely. Maybe am I the only person? I know that's my thing. I love reciprocation. When I don't get reciprocation, that becomes a problem for me. like it does. It's something that I've been working through, right? So we have these moments where mistake number one is we're expecting ourselves from other people. Just because we're a giver, we expect people to give back. Just because we love words of affirmation, we expect other people to give us words of affirmation back. You find yourself constantly complimenting somebody, and when they don't compliment you, you taking it personal. You find yourself buying gifts, But when you don't get to give back, you take it personal. I had to pause for a moment because I started reflecting and seeing myself, holding the mirror for myself, where it was like, one of my things has been like my birthday. My birthday is a whole holiday. I love to celebrate. It's a big thing, right? I don't celebrate holidays like most holidays, but my birthday, it's a holiday worth celebrating, right? And I have always found that, like, if I have always felt this, I guess more so my adulthood, right? But it's like, if I show up for you for your birthday, I expect you to show up for my birthday. If I get you a gift for your birthday, I expect a gift for my birthday. Again, this is me making mistake number one. This is me being transparent, right? That I've made mistake number one. And I even still find myself like, dang. And here's my thing. My birthday's at the end of the year, November. So I have had so many friends who I've shown up for their birthday beginning of the year. By my birthday, sometimes I'm not even friends with these people anymore. And I'll be feeling like, dang, I'll be feeling played. Like, I'll be feeling like I got finessed because I was there for them and they not here for me. I don't know. Like, even if y'all not friends, Krystal, what do you expect? You expect them to show up anyways? Like, it's just like, dang, like, okay, that might not be like the best example, like if we're not friends. But when we are friends, and it's like, if I'm very thoughtful with my gifts. So it's like, if I give you a gift, I expect a gift on my birthday. If I show up, like, I don't show up somewhere to someone's birthday without a gift, right? But people show up to my birthday without a gift. And I'll be like, what's up here? Like, what's up with this? But this is me expecting me from other people, right? And so, yes, I have made mistake number one. Even recently, like, I have made mistake number one where I find myself in those thoughts, right? But those thoughts are not my highest vibrational self. Those thoughts are not my most divine goddess self. That's lower vibrational Krystal. That one of the voices that she just don't be happy sometimes. Like, she just be finding issues sometimes. But acknowledging and recognizing that she exists is all step number one, right? Step number one to addressing mistake number one, right? And so I want to go back to showing up as your authentic self no matter what. Because one thing we don't know, and again, this is me going back to providing an alternate perspective, is that everybody doesn't have the capacity to show up the way you show up. Everybody doesn't have this capacity to give you the version of themselves that you put out. Where are all my Krystal lovers? Whether that's you or someone you love, I have the perfect gift. Shop our Manifestation Krystal tumblers. We have the largest selection of crystals to choose from. So no matter what you're trying to manifest, whether it's love, joy, peace, protection, we have the crystal perfect for you. Whether it's your zodiac sign. I know how much we love our zodiac signs. Shop the Krystal tumbler that matches your zodiac sign and get the healing that you deserve. Healing in 1, 2, 3 easy steps. Fill your tumbler with water. Allow it to sit 20 to 30 minutes so that the water can absorb the vibration of the crystals. And then after that 20-30 minutes is over, you drink the water. Step 3. And the water inside our bodies matches the vibration of the water that we are drinking, and it will internally raise your vibration and activate your chakras and activate the cells within your body. So shop the largest selection now. Perfect for fruit-infused drinks, teas, and of course water. Shop now and get this healing delivered right to your doorstep. See you in checkout. Bye. You're giving gifts. Everybody don't have it like that to give gifts. You're able to love up on people. Some people are dealing with things in themselves that they are not able to love up on you right now because they're too busy using all of their energy to love up on themselves. And so I just wanted to come on here and remind us that, like, number one, we don't know what people are going through. We can't expect us from other people, number one, because they ain't us. That's number one, right? What's that meme? Once you realize you and I are not the same, everything will make sense. That's number one. Once you realize that that person is not you, they don't have the same experiences as you, they don't have the same life as you, they don't have the same lifestyle as you, so we cannot expect you from you, them from you. We can't expect you from them. We can't expect you from them. That's number one. Number two, everybody doesn't have the same capacity as you. You don't know what people are going through. Sometimes maybe people want to reciprocate, but they're unable to. Whether emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, whatever the case may be. Sometimes people just can't do it, right? Sometimes they just can't do it. I'm trying to see how I want to do this. Sometimes people just can't do it. Like, that's just a reality, right? And so I wanted to shed light on that of, like, we are expecting ourselves from other people. We are expecting a certain level of whatever it is, whatever the case may be, from other people that may not have it in them. And we may be looking at them like, I don't see what the problem is. They could just do this. I do this for them. I do that for them. Sometimes people really ain't thinking about you. Like, believe it or not, and you might not want to hear it, but sometimes people aren't even thinking about you. And I think if we really start to realize of, like, this main character energy, right? Like, we are all the main characters of our lives. My little sister, my baby sister, mentioned this to me one day. We were driving down PCH. And I might have shared this story with y'all, but we were driving down PCH, it's crowded, and we're looking at the cars around us, and she highlighted, like, that car right there, we mean nothing to that car. Like, they think they are the most important person in this world, and we are nothing to them. We are, NPCs to that person driving that car. And it's like, just like to us, this is my sister talking, the baby sister, and she's like, just like to us, those people don't mean anything to us, right? And that stuck with me. Baby sis, 18 years old, recognizing that, like, we are a blip in other people's worlds, and we be expecting so much from them. But you want to know why? It's because we have our own main character energy, right? So we are the main character. We are egotistical. We're egotistically worried about ourselves, ignoring the fact that this person has their own story and narrative in life that they're living that has nothing to do with us. And we be holding on to stuff, holding on to things so deep, destroying friendships, relationships, whatever, based on something that, an expectation we have held that this other person may not even be aware of, that we're holding them to this expectation. Hey, Goddess, are you feeling tired and overwhelmed by the humdrum of everyday life? Are you feeling like it's time to get away and change the scenery? Do you feel like you need some time to connect with self, connect with spirit, disconnect from the digital world? You know what I'm talking about. Do you feel like you need to change your friend scenery? You want to be around some other goddesses, some like-minded, high vibrational, in tune with their divinity type goddesses? Or do you just like to travel? How about this? Are you my self-care goddess, into holistic wellness and all things about keeping our chakras in alignment and our energy high and our vibrations high? If so, let me tell you something. I have just the thing for you. The House of Divinity is going to Costa Rica. You see what I did there? We are going to Costa Rica for our 2024 Goddess Retreat. Come along, because you are cordially invited. Yes, this is only for the goddesses. Sorry, fellas, not this time. We are going to disconnect with the digital world. We reconnect with Mother Earth, reconnect with Spirit. We'll indulge in goddess workshops, chakra workshops, manifestation workshops, plant medicine workshops. We'll also go out and receive all the healing that Costa Rica has to offer. We'll go ahead and visit the hot springs for a day of relaxation and pampering. We'll go ahead and tap into our adventurous side, honey. Yes, we are going to be walking through the treetops of the jungle, of the rainforest, to see all of the ecosystem that lives up in the sky. Okay, not really the sky, but the trees are so high, you're gonna feel like you're in the sky. Come along for the ride, okay? All things holistic wellness. Tap in, tune in with self, indulge in fellowship with other goddesses. Yes, this is exactly what you need. Reserve your spot today. It is limited and we are guaranteed to sell out, and you wanna be there. I'm Krystal The Goddess. I'll be your host. We're gonna have a good time. Book now. It's right there in the description, in the caption, all of the things. Reserve your spot. More deets available in the description. Go ahead, send me an email, personal DM, if you want to know more, if you have more questions. I'm available. Can't wait to see you. Bye. And even if you are holding someone to an expectation, and even if you have had conversations with people, this goes back to capacity. This also goes back to accepting people for who they are. Maybe they just don't want to do it. And if you're going to accept someone unconditionally Your friendship, your love, your relationship, they should not have conditions. Oh, I only love you if you show up for me. I think I'm speaking to myself right now, but am I speaking to y'all too? Because that birthday thing be getting me. I'm sorry. But it's true. It's like if you're going to accept someone unconditionally, but this is why I've lost friendships. Because I've had problems accepting that, like, I don't like that. I don't like certain versions of people. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to hold that against you. I just don't want that around me. I just don't want that in my life. But let me get back to the point, because I'm going somewhere, and I mean, it's kind of related. It might not be related. Let me know. Or Krystal, let me know. Are these related? Like, yeah, Krystal, they sound cool. They sound related. Krystal, no, you sound like you're going off on a tangent. But getting back to your authentic self, that was really just this umbrella of like not allowing other people and who they are to affect who you are and the version of yourself that you are, right? Because, and those are the reasons why we would stop being ourselves. If you are supposed to be a giver, be that giver. Who cares if you never get nothing in return? Don't allow that to stop you from being who you are. If you want to love upon people, Krystal, love upon people. If you want to give the best gifts and the most tailor-made, personalized, thoughtful gifts, do it without expectation of getting anything in return. Do it for the simple fact of this is something that you want to do. Do it for the simple fact that you feel good when you're doing these things. And this is the issue, right? Because if we stop being who we are and stop being true to self, then you are lowering your vibration, right? You are affecting your mood. You are affecting your energy. You are turning yourself down. You are dimming your light. Heavy on the... You are dimming your light, and that is not okay. And that is not okay. And it's funny because I have a thing that Honey loves when I say it, but I'm like, and that's the problem right there. Like, that's our problem. The problem is not that, oh, you know, that person hurt your feelings, so you stop. The problem is that when you do not stand true in yourself, in your light, in your divinity, you are hindering yourself. Regardless of anybody else, but they did, blah, blah, blah. It don't even matter. These other outside people, it doesn't even matter. Because all you're doing is hurting yourself. All you're doing is lowering your vibration, dimming your light. All you're doing is blocking your chakras, blocking your throat chakra, blocking your heart chakra by not spreading this love and peace and joy. All these things that make you feel good about yourself, and you're allowing other people to affect you. This also means you're giving away your power. Because you're putting your power and your happiness in the hands of other people. If you want to give and you want to love upon people, do it because that's who you are and that's what you want to do. Don't do it out of wanting something in return. Don't do it for acknowledgement. Don't do it because you expect, like you have these other expectations. Do it because this is who I am. If we were to list the characteristics of who you are, Krystal the giver, then give, baby. Do it. If it's in your heart, do it, right? Krystal, the thoughtful gift provider. If that's what you want to do, do it. And even in this moment, one of the voices, one of little Krystal, she's like, you want me to just be giving all these gifts to people? I mean, if that's what you want, like, if that's who you are, then yes, that's what we're going to do. Yes, I'm not going to stop showing up to people's events without gifts. Am I going to stop going to events? Maybe, but that's a different story. But that's because I already have different priorities this year. I've already told myself that I won't be making it to as many events, spending money on different things, outside events and birthday parties and running up checks for, you know, other things that aren't in full alignment with myself and my vision and my brand and my commitments and my priorities. So that's a different story. I'm not giving these things up because I'm not trying to mess with people. Like, it's not saltiness. It's personal. But like I said, today I just really want to come on here and talk to y'all about showing up as your authentic self, regardless of anything outside of you. Show up for yourself for you. Show up for yourself so that you can be the most divine version of yourself. Show up for yourself so that you can raise your vibration and have the highest vibration possible. Show up for yourself because you're a bad goddess. And you are not impacted by outside forces because you are so in tune and so aware and so in control of yourself that it does not matter what anything or anybody outside of you does. That does not change who you are. And that's the message I wanted to give y'all today. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Bye. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to the House of Divinity Podcast, where we have divine discussions for the gods and goddesses who want to raise their vibration, activate and align their chakras, and really just tap in and be their most divine goddess self. Thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, we also have our e-commerce store where you can shop custom crystal jewelry, home and beauty healing essentials such as crystal facial rollers, candles that are infused with herbs, essential oils, crystals, and so many more things. Check that out at House of Divinity by KTG.com. House of Divinity by KTG.com. Also, if you are in the LA area and would love to join us for one of our healing events, LA is in Los Angeles, go ahead and go to House of Divinity by KTG.com and go ahead and pull up on me. Also, if you're interested, we have our goddess retreat coming up, so go ahead and check that out as well. I look forward to meeting you. Thank you. Leave some comments. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Go ahead if you have a question about anything, you want to talk to me about anything, feel free to send me an email at houseofdivinity@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you in my DMs, in my email, in the comments, and make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Thank you so much for your support. Until next time, bye.